You're listening to Cosplay Bites, the podcast that takes a closer look at the world of cosplay, conventions, and all the nerdy bits and bytes. Brought to you by the Lightning Palace and proudly sponsored by Anchor. Join me as I discuss a variety of topics and conventions alongside the joy of bringing your favorite characters to life. Okay, hello. I'm back for another episode of Cosplay Bites in the comfort of my own room. Bedroom. Oh, fuck it. So we're gonna, end my PAX East coverage with this last episode, and for today, I've got two of my best friends with me that I spent most of Thursday with, Chris and Shaylin.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Just to take care of some housekeeping stuff. I recently started up a new, rule for myself where there's going to be one cosplay post per week instead of the usual two, because I'm tired. I have a lot going. I have 2 internships going on, and then just work, and then like all this PAX East stuff. So I'm trying to prevent burnout on my end. But you can have features on cosplayers like Alexis Victorious as Commander Shepard, Bodacious cosplay as a medieval version of Deku from My Hero Academia, and then all my PAX East posts are up, including like the convention report, a cosplay centered post with some mini interviews, and a game review on Coffee Talk, which has made me more addicted to coffee than I already am. And shout out to my current patrons over on my Patreon. I've got Coralia Jade, Katyuska Moonfox, Kendall, Mink the Satyr, Nicole Marie Jean, Shaylin, Oh My Sophie, and Noah. And with that being said, so why don't you guys tell me a little bit about your, relationship to cosplay, like how you guys found it and whatnot.
Chris, do you want to go or?
Sure. So I think I'm not really sure when I originally first started to see like cosplay. I mean, it's mostly just I feel like it was mostly just like starting to pop up in like more like the video game like feeds, like a lot of people doing it. It started to become something that I was interested in, but it felt like it was a little bit beyond my skill level to do. It wasn't until like kind of recently that I started to realize that I could do it and enjoy it. Mostly just because I realized like how mathy art can actually be. So I actually started to really enjoy doing that. I've only cosplayed a few times, never at PAX, and we can talk about that in a little bit why. But yeah.
You and Shaylin have done several outfits, some at ColossalCon.
Yep.
Because that's been a favorite for the two of you.
Yep.
You've done, I want to say, if I remember correctly, it's either Overwatch or League of Legends, like bikini.
I did Broloff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't wear a bikini.
Well, swimsuit version. You know what I mean. And
I think most our cosplays are ColossalCon, unless you count Halloween.
Yeah, if you count Halloween, and that's when the really weird stuff kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaylin, what about you?
I guess I have always kind of been crafty. I've always been kind of interested in doing it, but again, like it's kind of either too expensive or too much of a daunting task to get into it. And then once Chris was kind of into it, it was easy for both of us to just like put an outfit together. I think it really started when we were both working on his Broloff cosplay for ColossalCon. And we both kind of worked like making the axes and the helmet and everything together. And then like I made like a simple one, but last year I made Meringue from Animal Crossing. And that one was really fun to make.
Yeah.
It's simple, but you know, one of those easy starter ones.
Yeah. You hyped for the new game?
Oh my god, I'm so hyped. I just pre-purchased it.
Oh my god.
I'm so ready.
Yeah. We need it. relaxation and peace in this crazy virus situation going on right now.
Seriously.
Yeah. And I told myself I don't need the frickin' Switch. I don't need it. I already have one.
It's too late. They're already sold out.
Yeah, but I keep saying seeing buying options on Amazon for over $400.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Yeah.
Switch Lite's on sale this week for $170.
Yeah, but he has a Switch Lite.
Oh right, yeah, he does.
Yeah, because I mainly do handheld mode, but I'll probably get a normal Switch whenever I move out or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And
Then you can put on the TV.
Yeah, with certain games and whatnot. Yeah, so PAX East, name of this episode, last part. So as many of you guys probably know from the other two, I got to go all 4 days thanks to the press pass or the media pass, and you guys unfortunately are, I don't know, but due to certain circumstances, you were only able to go 1 day instead of the original Thursday, Friday. So yeah, how did that go?
I would say I'm glad that we went, but compared to other PAXs, it was definitely the worst one, I would say. And I would attribute that to, I guess, I don't know, there were a little less things because a few companies backed out last minute, so that's one thing. But the problem was the main thing that we both wanted to see, which was Animal Crossing, even being there early and in practically the front of the line, you had zero chance of actually getting in there because I guess Thursday's the day that they let all the media people in.
An hour early, yeah.
Yeah, and then they get to also queue beforehand. So basically the line was capped before they even let general people go in.
Yeah,
and there's just zero chance to do anything. I got an Isabelle pin and I was able to go to the store, but that was about it.
Yeah. And plus, I heard that the demo wasn't even that good. Apparently, it was only they threw you in a 4-player co-op thing that they had introduced in one of the recent directs, and that was pretty much it.
I can't imagine Animal Crossing is that good of a game to demo. I felt like it would have just been better if they did a panel. It's not like I really need to be the one going around catching the bugs or fishing.
Yeah, I'd rather just
get the
see it
enjoyment
played.
out of it. Yeah,
Right.
they could have just done a big have the audience choose the customized options or something. It's you can make it interactive and make it a panel, and that probably would have fit in a lot more people.
Yeah, and they could have just repeated the panel for all 4 days because obviously not everyone's gonna be able to go to Thursday. Yeah,
and it wasn't those rooms were filled up.
Think about the Isabelle pin at the panel instead.
Oh yeah.
That whole everything about that booth just made no sense to me.
The booth itself was fantastically well made.
Oh, it looked awesome.
The photo op area was super cool too.
Yeah.
I wish I knew it was there because I would have brought the Pascal costume that I did.
Yeah, we were able to sneak in and get photos with Tom Nook, thanks to one of my friends that I spent one of the days with because she knows several people from having worked at some of the companies before in terms of working their booth. But yeah, because I know
Isabelle on a personal level, she might have been able to get me in there. She calls me mayor every single time I greet her.
Oh. Yeah, I was able to get the pin, but I'm gonna give it to my brother because he's more of a hardcore Animal Crossing fan, and plus, he is a horrifyingly good Isabelle main in Smash. Yeah, even when you had told me try to get a couple of things at the booth at the store, I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And it's I didn't really try until the last day, but and we had talked about this before, but I guess either they got sold out so quickly on the day, or they just ran out much earlier than anticipated. They didn't have a set amount for each day because they had a bunch of Animal Crossing exclusive stuff. But yeah, I was in the line waiting. 10 o'clock hit. I was speed walking down to where the booth was, which didn't really help that it was at the other side of the convention center.
Yeah, it was literally as far as it could possibly be from like the entrance.
Yeah, and then within like 4 minutes, the store line was capped. Like,
That's crazy to me. I think we got in the
uh,
store line at like 10:25, 10:30ish on Thursday, and we were able to get in. It wasn't quite capped, and like only a few things had sold out
We got in right after we got the Isabel pin. After we realized
after we couldn't get in the demo and everything.
right, we're trying to salvage the situation.
Yeah.
yeah, and I like tried to like I guess what I would consider like almost compared to like the Disney Fast Pass line. Like they had this like they called it the Warp Pipe line where you could like sign up.
Yeah.
Those
I
were
tried
hard
to-
to get. So I remember we went on the website and like they were gone like in literal
At
seconds.
5 o'clock, we like refreshed at 5 and it was gone. There was a guy behind us in
Exactly.
the Isabel pin line, and he somehow got the warp pass. I have no idea how he did it. He's like,
We
I
were
guess I
trying to
just got
coordinate
lucky.
for the same time though. I think I didn't realize how fast it was gonna go, especially on the Thursday, but boy, it was quick.
Oh man.
Especially because Thursday was it wasn't even low. Like
Yeah, Thursday was still like fully available. It was green on the website like day of.
Yeah.
So that's what made the whole thing so disappointing. It's like you take the day off of work, you kind of think that this is already going to be like, you know,
the easy day.
the easy day, and it was like the worst day. But I think that can be attributed too to like the lack of like big panels happening that day too. There was like nothing really going on. They had like
Yes.
some D&D thing in main theater, but like that never really pulls that many people.
Right. Right. Did you guys go to any panels that day?
Nah, there was nothing
No.
that interested us.
No, the Baldur's Gate panel looked cool, but
That was the only one, but
Yeah.
we just spent a bunch of money.
What kind of stuff did you buy?
Basically, like everything I could get at the Nintendo booth. Then, actually, I think that was mostly what I bought. I think I
got
just
the
bought
Filthy
Nintendo.
Casual joggers and the
Oh
shirt.
yeah, those are cute.
Yeah.
Damn, can't think of anything else.
Yeah, just bought clothes.
Right. So did I. Yeah, I just got one of my treats in the mail this week. I guess like the company that was running the Nintendo booth store, they had their own store, and I
Yeah,
guess
what were they called? I noticed that after the fact because I got an email like, "Oh, thanks for purchasing." I'm like, "Who are you?"
the company name is Graph,
That's it.
and they gave me a 20% off discount. I guess they did it in every bag, like every order for everyone. So I got these nice.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I got these nice PlayStation sweatpants.
Oh, nice.
And then my mom was like, "Oh, you bought more pants?" I was like, "Yes, I did." Because I was originally just gonna get one of the pullovers that Filthy Casual had, but then I had an incident where I was walking to the booth on, I want to say, Saturday or Sunday, and now I already had a pair of joggers, but unbeknownst to me, while I was walking to the con, my coffee cup was leaking, and there were spots all over the pants, and I was like, "This doesn't look good." So I had to,
Ruined.
Yeah, and they weren't the black ones; they were the gray ones. So very visible. So I ran over. Thank God they were nice enough to give me a generous discount. So I got the other pair.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool of them.
Yeah. I got nice little coasters for my room. A couple of pens. I'm like looking around my room to see if there's anything else that I grabbed. No, mostly clothes. Were you guys able to demo like any like indie games or?
We played
a couple of like
We
the
played
board
that
games.
board game. Oh, what was the name of it? It was the one that was coming to Kickstarter.
Yeah, it was the one that looked like it was inspired by Double Dare. But besides that, like, I'm not. Usually I don't really need to demo like the indie games as much as I just kind of want to be able to like kind of like walk around and like kind of like get like a better feel of like seeing them and stuff like that.
Yeah, there was like one
Sure.
booth. I kind of like looking at people play it, and then sometimes we'll just talk to the people and get information.
Right.
Who are the
Right.
people who make that game? Like Will?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the visual novel game that you.
Yeah, that thing looked really cool. Will, A Wonderful World. That game looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna pick that one up probably.
The
They were
developer for
big-
that game had a pretty cool booth, and all their games actually look pretty sweet. I didn't get to demo anything, but it looked cool.
Yeah.
like demoing a visual novel is like really look what I kind
Yeah,
of want to
it's
be
like I'd
doing.
rather just be home in bed playing this game.
Yeah.
If you could just buy it that day, like why bother?
I kind of did that when I talked with the people that made the game Coffee Talk, and then I like instantly fell in love with it. Like they just had me play through, I guess, the first chapter of the game, and then I bought it on the Switch that night. Because it was
Nice.
already there, and I was like, "Oh, the perfect handheld game." And then they gave me a press kit, which was very nice of them, and it does have like all of their demos. Like I checked the memory stick,
Oh, that's cool.
but I can't play it because I don't know how. I feel like I need my a Windows PC to play them.
Oh, you
So
might need like their developer program or something.
maybe. And they gave me like legitimate like bags of coffee.
Oh, that's cute.
So I tried them when I got home after the convention. I think one of them was raspberry flavored. It's really good.
Oh, fancy. That's awesome.
I got to demo a couple other games that I wrote about on my blog that were really cute. I talked with a headphone company, known as Audez, and I'm almost tempted to maybe get a pair of their headphones for sometime later in the year.
What are they like gaming headphones or just like
No,
headphones?
Well, yes and no. So the gimmick with them is that they're a company that's been in the audio industry for 10 years, and they're stepping into the gaming world, and they're focusing more on like not like the flashiness or the colors of like, the Razer headsets or like the Logitech headsets. Like they're more concerned about the sound quality. And like I tried some of their headphones out, and the sound quality was really good. Like I was playing a couple of rounds of CS:GO, and I was very impressed.
Is it Audeze, Audeze?
Yes,
They're dummy expensive.
they are. I'm gonna get
Oh
the
my
cheapest.
god.
I'm gonna get the cheapest model
How much
possibly.
is the cheapest one?
Do I have the card with me?
I'm
No,
just
it's in
looking. They're like in the thousands.
No. This is like a couple hundred.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
No. Not that crazy.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my god.
Because I asked the guy, like, would you recommend these for podcasting? And he's like, oh yeah, absolutely. And it was just funny and I mentioned it to him, like, like, I appreciate you telling me all this. Just to let you know, some of the stuff you said flew right over my head. Like if he was talking with my brother would have understood some of the technical jargon that the guy was throwing at me. And he's like, yeah, I get that a lot. Like that's just my default like elevator pitch.
That's funny.
To sell the stuff. I went to the after party on Friday night.
Nice.
That was a lot of fun. That was an interesting experience. I'd love to try and do more stuff like that. I guess it all depends on if I'm going to a con by myself or with friend, and just not staying at family members, which is like the default that I would do for New York.
Yeah.
But
that's definitely one of the perks of getting a hotel close, is doing all the late night stuff. Because I always go to like the concerts and stuff late night.
Yeah, it's easy because you can just like walk home versus have to like coordinate.
Well, they use shuttles too, which is
traffic.
nice.
Yeah, that's the best if you want to drink too. You got the shuttle.
Yeah.
I like Ubering around Boston though. It's not even that much money.
No, I mean I had to do that
easy.
when I got home because of the airport being closed on Sunday. But like, it was a 20-minute walk from the con from my hotel. And it was even more convenient that the after party itself was a 9-minute walk from my hotel.
Yeah, that's super convenient.
Yeah, so I wasn't really that like scared or concerned. Some of the people I hung out with, like some of the girls were in very cute outfits, which was, yeah, okay, cool. Free food and drinks. Yeah, I got to talk with a couple of people, connect with a couple of other people. What else? I got to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo twice. which was fun because I think I know we ran into the community manager over at Square who was there because I recognized him because he was the guy who was doing like the main stuff when the game had its blowout reveal at E3 last year. So that was really interesting. And then they just decided to release a longer demo like a day after the con ended on the PlayStation Network.
Oh, there was like no point.
Well, yeah.
That's frustrating.
The experience was cool.
Yeah.
And like I still have the demo tickets. They're hanging up on my little photo frame collage.
That's pretty cool to have at least. It's like a memory thing.
They had the photo booth too there, but yeah, you went
Oh,
on
the bike?
cloud bike, yeah.
The Harvey
Yeah, that thing was
Daytona.
cool.
Yeah, I got to ride that. Or sit on it. Yeah, it's about a month away. So yeah, I'm like officially out of games to play, so I gotta wait till the end of March because that's when Persona 5 The Royal comes out.
Thought you mean Animal Crossing.
Yeah, what are you doing on the 20th?
Persona 5.
You already played Persona 5.
News.
No, this is like the expanded edition. They've done that stuff before for the other Persona games, but I figured, why not get it?
No, I liked it a lot when I played it. It was the storyline was really good.
Yeah. I got the Phantom Thief edition, so I get the little Joker mask that comes with it, and a little bunch of extra goodies.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cosplay's Joker. Now they have the mask.
Halfway there.
I don't know. What else? What else about the con did you guys do or did you guys like?
I'm trying to think. I wasn't there long. It was the first year we like really like choose to leave early because we like most of the time I feel like we need like at least a day or two just to get through the whole expo hall, and I feel like we got through the whole expo hall by like noon.
Yeah.
I think we left around like 3 o'clock after just like not really sure what else to do.
Yeah, a lot of those companies were just like afraid to come because a lot of them do come from Japan.
Yeah.
So they already having the outbreak, so they couldn't travel to here. So it makes sense why they had to cancel and why the expo hall was a little bit more bare this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff makes sense, but I mean that wasn't even stuff I cared about seeing.
Right.
Think about it, like at least from my perspective, like it wasn't the biggest deal for me to see those other booths. The best those things would have done was just draw people away from like Nintendo, which was like the last like big draw thing that they had that was there.
Yeah.
I was surprised Nintendo didn't have like their indie section too, because like usually they have like
they had the Pokemon area instead in the lobby, I guess.
Yeah,
which seems like an odd choice. I don't know. I feel like you're already gonna have a Switch and play Pokemon, like if you wanted it.
Yeah, that did, I mean, the pop up was nice, but it did feel weird because like the game has been out for 1, 2, 3, 4 months ish.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, I mean, if you don't have it by now, I don't know.
I'd rather have seen that be used for like just about like anything else. Like they have so many good like indie titles coming out and everything. It's just like I feel like they could have like put a little bit more effort into those.
Right.
Instead.
Right. Yeah, I didn't do too much research as far as like what panels would have gone to because I didn't go to any. Because a lot of times it was just me hanging out with friends and just roaming around the expo hall, trying out a couple of games. We tried out a rhythm game that used a DJ turntable as the controller, which was
that
interesting.
The one that had like the big head booth thing? Big like floating head? Oh.
No, this was a smaller booth, like tucked on in a corner or something.
Oh.
Was it an Indie Cube?
It wasn't in the Indie Cube. I don't know the name of it. And then we also did a interesting little demo for this game called Scene Investigators, but they had like a live action demo where basically they set up a legitimate crime scene where someone got murdered at a dinner party, and they gave us these little cards. Like, we lined up as a group of like, I was with 3 other friends, and then 2 other people joined us, and they gave us cards, and they gave us like rubber gloves and clipboards and pens, and we basically had to answer like these questions on the card based on the info, like what was visible and seen at this crime scene. Like, there was pocketbooks and like little notes of like this like valet parking bills and like letters from one person to another. So that was really interesting. We managed to get all the questions right.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah. Definitely something I'd never experienced before. What else? Yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, I was talking with Mink in one of the other episodes, and how she would kind of like nagging me is it's like, oh, you should have went to my panel. It's always fun. It's like, I know. I don't know why. I just didn't want to. I guess I didn't want to overwhelm myself too much with all the stuff that I wanted to do there.
Doing the cosplay panels. As I remember when we went to like Rhode Island Comic Con Day, like one of them working with like EVA foam and like stuff like that. I mean, I always think those are good to like learn like new skills for.
Yeah. Right. What else? I can't really think of anything else.
Yeah, it's tough because it was a short day and it wasn't like it didn't seem like there was too much to do. And there wasn't a lot of cosplay this year that I saw either.
Yeah.
It was even less than usual.
I was trying to not feel bad because I did a lot of my photo taking on Saturday, and then I was able to do too many interviews, which were fine. And oh my god, ugh. But yeah, there wasn't. I don't know. PAX is an interesting convention when it comes to cosplay.
It is. I was saying to Chris earlier today that I almost kind of feel like they seem like they almost exclude it intentionally by having like a lot of signs saying like don't take pictures in the aisle and stuff like that. And it's like it's kind of tough because like if you say you had like a cosplay with like a big weapon or like some item or whatever, like if you're in that queue line, they pack you so tight, your shit's gonna get like completely destroyed.
Yeah.
And like unless you're just wearing something simple, like I saw a Skull Kid, like that's just like a simple fleece thing to wear.
Isabel was the most popular costume, which also
Yeah, but that's also like an easy one to wear. It's not like very prop heavy. I just remember like one year there was like when Overwatch had just come out, there was like a guy with like a giant Reinhardt costume, and he was in the lobby, and they were just like trying to direct traffic away from him as much as possible because he was drawing such a crowd.
Yeah.
And it just seems like I don't know. They don't really have like. Do they even have cosplay meetups anymore?
So previously they used to.
I don't know if they
Riot
do.
used to host them, and like Twitch also used to do like a lounge for it, but like that stuff all seemed to have gone away at this point. And like another reason why it's like difficult to do costume too is because you'd have to get the weapon check done whenever you go through after you get through security, which can put you back further in the queue line. And
Yeah, because it takes forever.
Right, and since like Animal Crossing was already so competitive to get into, that could honestly just like taking like a small costume, which with someone that you might not even consider a weapon, like a fishing pole or something, if you're doing like an Animal Crossing costume, that can like be the difference between you getting to see like your favorite game, and you might not be able to see your favorite game.
Yeah, I guess it's not like other cons where you go there just to cosplay. Usually you go there for like everything else and you kind of cosplay simple that time, if you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Comic-Cons in particular are more cosplay heavy.
Yeah, those are like made for it because there's not as much like contested things to go do and see.
They also don't usually pack you up like in like those like tight.
Yeah,
tight
you're not like
queue
packed
room.
in a queue line like sardines.
Yeah. Yeah, and like what you were saying before, like Isabel, like just along the lines of like how for me it seemed like Final Fantasy VII and Animal Crossing were the 2 biggest most popular like games with booths. They were also the most popular cosplays that I constantly saw. Like I saw dozens upon dozens of Isabel cosplayers. I saw a lot of Tifa's, Cloud's, Aerith. Like it's to be expected considering both of the games are like very close to release.
Come out, yeah.
Yeah. And then I also heard that Riot with League of Legends, they usually have like their they call it their hospitality lounge,
Right.
which I guess is because they weren't there this year. So I'm
They
wondering if
haven't done that in a while. No, they did that like I think the last time was about 3 years ago that it happened.
oh really?
Yeah, because I remember even thinking about it because I never brought Broloff because I was like I figured like oh like when they do it again next year I'll just bring that one, and then I realized it's like oh never mind, they actually just never did that again since I made that costume.
Right.
Actually, I kind of remember like PAX being like just littered with League of Legends cosplay, and I don't think Riot's been there in a few years, right?
Yeah,
I-
because they used to give away special stuff. Oops, I think we might have to call this one.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, Riot always had a giant booth in there. Haven't been there in a while. Ba, 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 ba.
Hey, we're gonna have to drop off of this. I'm sorry, James.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, we can wrap up. Yeah, if there's nothing else to talk about. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much, Chris and Shaylin, for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. And hope you guys enjoyed my PAX East coverage, and I'll see you all for the next episode. Bye. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a review and feedback. You can also support the show through Anchor's listener support or on my Patreon, patreon.com/lightningpalace. For more cosplay news and coverage, visit the Lightning Palace on Blogspot and follow Lightning Palace on Twitter and Instagram. See you all next time.